have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's right. We're starting now. Hello, everybody. Hello. I hope you all got your snacks, your beverages, and everything. I got my other computer over here going there, so I'm going to be looking back and forth, checking the chat, because this one here, I need to watch, make sure my connections are all good. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Anyone? Let's go. Oh, who do we got here? Oh, right on. St. Louis, Missouri's in the house. What is up? Clark's Cove, what is going on? Big People Skinny World, hello. I'm not sure if it's Mr. or Mrs. Clark. Maybe it's both, but how's it going? I've been super busy. I apologize, Robert, Melissa, that I've been super busy with this vending and stuff like that, so I know I need to catch up on a lot of things on that side. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. If you are just popping in, stick around, ask some questions. Hopefully some people in the chat will be able to help you out as well. Oh, this is so weird with seeing this screen over here because it's about 10-second delay, but good thing I turned the sound down. So hopefully everything's good. I'm gonna be checking the chat back and forth. My camera is right in front of my vision here, so it's hard to see. Okay, let me see who's in the chat here today, who's coming in. Before we get started, we're going to just wait a few minutes and let everyone come in. It takes a while to get all the notifications going there. We got either Richard. Let's see here. Okay, hold on a second. Clark's Cove, how's it going, guys? I hope you guys should be getting some good weather. I know we've had some good weather. Actually, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, I think, a couple inches, but yeah, that kind of stinks. But anyways, and we just got into a new lockdown. Hey, George, what's going on, brother? A new lockdown. Phil, what's going on? I hope you got that package, my friend, because if you didn't, I'm going to be super pissed. I know George didn't get his package yet, but yeah. So anyways, we'll talk about that off the air there. Anyways, who else is in here? Who else? Alua Robinson from Robinson Vending. How's it going? From St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat there, and hopefully we'll be able to answer your questions. I got a bunch of questions that were asked, ready to go, locked and loaded. Let's see who else is here. George found a buried Clark's Cove. Bella's dad Phil's in the house. George, you big dummy. What is going on, guys? Oh, the chat's going. We got 4 people in the house. Thank you guys so much for coming. I greatly appreciate it. So if you guys caught my last video, before we get into the questions, we'll just kind of get a recap from last video. So I decided to raise the price on one location, and it was kind of a big mistake. Excuse me. I purchased a location. It's been there for about 2 years, and it's always been probably about $1, and I think iced tea was $1.25. So I raised them all up to $1.25, just so with the accounting and all that stuff, it just makes it simpler instead of trying to figure out for different locations. But I went back a week later, and like I said in the video, yeah, they told me loud and clear that they're not paying $1.25 by not purchasing very much. So I dropped it back down to $1. Hopefully, maybe in the summertime when it's a lot hotter and more people will be buying. God, I got the Superman curl going. that the we can put the prices back up to $1.25, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do another video next week. I decided to go every 2 weeks, but after I changed it, the sales were down. So I want to see after a week, because every week I was going there just to kind of see what was going on. So I decided to go every 2 weeks, but then I changed the price on that first 2 week stint, and it wasn't good. So cheers, everybody. I hope everyone's having an amazing time today, amazing weekend here in Ontario, Canada. Starting tomorrow, 12:01 a.m., we're on a new lockdown again. Man, they can't get their dang mind straight. So luckily, my locations are not being affected, so that's good. That is good. And you know, the government has given the police here in Canada the power to pull us over and ask us what's going on. Why are we out? Where are we going? Ask us for our ID. And there's been a lot of videos on YouTube with people in the States that you know, they kind of defy the law, or they, you know, I'm not sure of their rights, but I guess unless there's an actual crime, they can't just stop anyone, ask them for, you know, for their ID and keep them there. So, but us Canadians, you know, at least me, my uncle when I was a kid scared me pretty straight from the law. So he was a guard at two maximum security prisons, and he brought me there when I was a kid. And we didn't come into any contact with any convicts or anything like that, but it scared me pretty straight. So if I get pulled over by the cop and they ask me for my ID, I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't. I mean, you know, I know the laws are a bit different here in Canada and the States, but, you know, just instead of I see all these videos and they're there for like an hour or whatever. Just give them your dang ID and get on your way. Unless, you know, you did something wrong. If you did nothing wrong, then you could probably, no. Did I ever get my Joe Bob sticker? No, I didn't actually. I actually totally forgot about that. No, I didn't. I didn't get it. I mean, I did check the mail a couple of days ago. So, but I don't know. Hopefully it comes soon. With all these lockdowns and stuff and restrictions, man, mail has been going screwy. I sent a package out to Found a Buried not a month yet, but pretty close to about 3 weeks ago, and he hasn't gotten it yet. Hopefully, Phil, he was sent out a package as well, probably before that, I think, and hopefully he got it. I don't know. I haven't received any messages from Phil saying yes or no. Just keep us updated. Yes, I will for sure. I will for sure. Thank you so much. Founded Auction Trades. How you doing? Thanks for popping in. I greatly appreciate it. So we'll just get right into the questions. You know, if you guys, I have some friends here in the chat that are from the metal detecting part of what I, you know, about my hobbies and whatever, and some people with the vending industry that's going to pop in. But I didn't really talk much about it before. You know, I put my videos up about metal detecting, all that kind of stuff. If you're new to the channel, first subscribe and scroll down the videos, and a bunch of videos about me metal detecting. But when I was getting back into vending, it kind of took up a lot of my time, so I couldn't do a lot of that. But now that we're kind of settling down a little bit with the locations, I was going to go back out actually this weekend, but then this whole thing with the new lockdown. So I don't know. I'm not going to bother, you know, saying, well, I'm exercising, you know, so I can go out. I'm just, you know, whatever. I'm not going to bother with it. So who else is in here? Who else is in the chat? We got five people watching. Right on. Downbag Darren. Hey, you made it in the beginning, Darren. Welcome. Thanks for coming, my friend. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. So let's just hop right into the questions that have been sent to me that I've seen over the you know, Facebook, that kind of stuff. regarding to the in regards to the vending industry. Now, if some of you guys don't know, I used to do vending. Oh, geez, 20 years ago. I had about 10 locations. 6 of them were with one company. They had tennis courts. And here for the red, white, and you. Well, thanks, buddy. Great White North, my friend. Great White North. It was great. Did that for quite a while, but I did not own the machines. But they just didn't want have anything to do with them. I worked there as in maintenance, and I complained one day about there's never any snacks in here, or pop in the machines, and they said, well, we just don't have time for it. I'm like, ding, I'll do it. So I did that for a while, but the company was bought out, and once that was done, they got rid of the machines, so I was out, and I moved back into my culinary background, but we're getting back into it, and so it's been kind of hectic the past say month or so. And especially with the lockdown, I can't just go out and go metal detecting. Well, I mean, maybe I could if I told them it was like, I'm exercising, but I'm not an SH disturber, so I just don't bother. So some of the questions that have been sent to me in the past week, we'll just go through. We got about a dozen or so of them, and if you have questions in the you guys in the chat there, feel free to pop them in the chat. And again, if you're new, we're all about vending right now. I do have some metal detecting videos up as well, so we're all one big family, and we're all just trying to help each other out when it comes to the vending industry. Answering questions I could answer the best I can. If there's people in the chat that can answer, go nuts, feel free, but ask away. So a few people send me questions about locator services. Now, I talked about this on my last live stream, and I did, I'd be chatting on some of the Facebook pages about, stay clear from them because they don't care. They just want to sell you that spot, and how much research do they really do? Are they just calling up and saying, hey, do you guys want vending machines? Yeah, okay, great. We'll get some vending machines for you. Now, either they can place vending machines, and then sell you as a big package, like it's already set, ready to go. You got the location, got the machines. Here's, $3, $4, $5,000. I've seen up to $5,000 people selling like a combo machine on a location, and to me that is bloody insane. But they don't know any history. Do they ask what's the staff count? Once the regulations get lifted a bit, how many staff are coming back? How many people are you actually letting to come into the dealership? Is it all online? If everything goes online, you're done. So I'm kind of 50-50 on locator services. I've contacted them just to get some kind of background, because I've heard a lot of bad stuff about them, that they just want your money, and that is it. Because, if they're selling off a location, or perhaps it's just someone selling a location. But if they are selling a location, you got to ask yourself, why are they selling it? If it's a great location, why aren't you keeping it? I mean, unless you're selling off your whole business, and I've seen this here in Canada. There's a place probably about an hour and a half away. He's probably got 15 locations, but he wants like $30,000, and it's like there's no bloody way. But a lot of the machines are older, and I've been messaging him saying, can you please justify your price, because these machines are old. Only one of them has a card reader, and so we're just kind of going back and forth, and he's he's trying to convince me that it's great, sales are great. I'm like, well, why would you get rid of it? So you just got to watch what you do. If you're buying a new machine, you got to be very cautious about Facebook or Marketplace, Kijiji, Craigslist, Let Go, all those kind of stuff, because why are they selling the machine? Some people say we upgraded. Well, why'd you upgrade? What's wrong with that machine? Is something wrong with it? And if they just want to upgrade to get the card reader, updated bill validator, coin mech, all that stuff, maybe. But but there are a lot of companies out there that don't want the old machines. They want new, because it just look, especially if it's out in the open with the customers, the guests, whatever. They want a nice, shiny, fancy machine. So if it's in the staff room, like, who really cares, right? So I seen this one ad that I inquired about on Kijiji, which is kind of like Craigslist here in Canada. I think you guys have Kijiji in the States. I'm not sure. But the guy was selling a location. He was actually selling 2 locations. I contacted someone in regards to one location I was looking at, and because I contacted him, he said it was sold. So what happened was, he sold it to somebody, but he neglected to tell the person that the company wants the machine out. So now he's stuck with the machine at no location. This guy ripped him off. So you just got to be careful with stuff like that. So that's why, a locating company, just ask the questions. All they can, you're not forced into buying it. So just ask every single question. Like, what are the sales like? If it's a brand new location, they have no idea what the sales are. And it's kind of hard to figure out what it's going to be like. If it's been there for a while, they can give you some ideas, but then they'll say, well, a lot of places I've seen, well, pre-COVID, it was this much. Well, to me, pre-COVID means nothing anymore, because we've been in this situation for over a year now, and is it going to change? Who knows, right? So you got to keep that in mind when they say, well, before COVID, we were making like $1,000 a month. Well, it's not like that anymore. So anyways, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to light up a smoke. If you guys want to as well, go right ahead. Cheers, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys coming for so much. Thank you guys so much for coming. I greatly appreciate it. We're coming to you from the Great White North. So yeah, locator services. Ask questions. Ask all the questions you can regarding the location. And don't be scared to ask, So that's all I can say about that. I'm still 50-50 on it, unless it's like a great location. Why wouldn't they keep it themselves? Because most locator services, they're in the business themselves as well, from what I've seen online. So either it's they have locations and they're trying to sell them, like they've picked up the location, it's just not doing as well. So let's just get rid of it and then sell the machine with it and recoup double the money, right? So next question that I've got, I'm going to put it out to people in the chat there. We're dropping like flies there, but if you are watching the rerun or if you see this later, a lot of the questions that I was getting was the best bulk candy sellers. Now, if you're watching the replay, chat or comment in the comments down below what you find the best sellers are for your bulk machines. Now, I don't have any bulk machines. I'm kind of contemplating, but it's an easy way to get into a location, and because they're small machines. But again, I saw a video online, some guy stealing one and dragging a gumball machine behind him because they're tiny. You can lift them up and walk away unless you chain them down. But plus, a lot of them are like 25 cents. So you got to sell so much to get back your investment, your initial investment on the machine and the candy, that kind of stuff. So, but a lot of the stuff that I've seen, you got to keep in mind. with all these peanut allergies, do you put peanuts in it? Do you put peanut M&Ms? So a lot of times I'll see like Mike and Ike's or Skittles or gumballs or just a regular chocolate M&Ms, that kind of stuff is the general like Reese's Pieces or whatever. But again, you got to figure, depending on your location, is it heated? If you have any kind of chocolate in there, is it heated, or is it air conditioned? Is it right by the window? You're gonna get the sun coming in, heating it, melting it, and jamming everything up. So you got to remember what's the best product to sell in your bulk machines. So again, if you guys are watching us in the rerun, please comment down below what you think. If you have experience with that, what are your best sellers? Another question that I was asked and that I've seen online a lot of is pitches and portfolios when you're going to see new clients. Now, it comes pretty easy to me. Excuse me. It comes pretty easy to me because I've been in the culinary industry, hospitality industry for the past 30 whatever years, well, 25 years, I guess. So I've been talking to people. I talk to people every day, so it just comes natural to me just to strike up a conversation with a complete stranger. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. So I really don't. I mean, when I send out emails to prospects, new locations, I have a pre-written email that I send out, just introducing myself, explaining what I'd like to do, offering free vending machines for your location. And if in fact they do already have vending machines with the company, I'll ask them, if you do, are you happy with the service? Are they keeping up? Are they keeping up on service, or is it always empty? Or I tell them that I sanitize every single time I come there with the product and the machines and the change. All my change is sanitized. So when it goes in there, and I'll dump it out every time I do a collection, I dump it out of the tubes because change goes in, right? So I'll take it out. I'll take the time. I'll sanitize it, put it back in. And because, being COVID-19 compliant, it's a big deal, right? Because if something goes down, then they'll just unplug your machine, right? So there's so many different things. I've seen people put plastic bags over some machines in videos, and or they'll just put out of order signs on it. So, but yeah. So who's left here in the chat? We got 3 people. It was 2. And I just want to know who's left here. If it's vending people or my metal detecting friends, who's left there? Darren's still here. Who else? Don't be shy. Say hi. Scroll up there on the chat there. See who's. I guess George is gone. Phil's probably gone. Aluwa, you still here, Aluwa? Oh, we got 4 people in the chat now. Who's here? Coin dude, Canadian bro. Founded auction and trades. Right on. Cool. Right on. Thanks, guys. Randolph, relic recovery, just lurking. That's cool, man. That's all right. If I'm putting you to sleep and you need to chat or need to have a nap, and I'm it's smoking, and you need me to help you calm you down and go to sleep. Oh my God, I gotta move this ashtray. It's fogging up. It's ghosts. You see the ghosts? There's spirits everywhere. But yeah, just pop a little hello every once in a while so I know who's here. So pitches and portfolios. Now, when I go to a location, I have they're just generic pictures, and I do also have some of my pictures of my locations in my little portfolio. And I'll just I'll explain. This is because some people just don't know, right? I mean, people do know. You and me both, brother. You and me both. it could be like, 2 in the afternoon. And I'll be sitting down, watch TV. I'm like, my wife's like, you can fall asleep anywhere. It's crazy. I'll have some pictures of a full machine, a full pop machine. I'll have a picture of a full vending machine or snack machine, and they'll have combo machines, and I'll have some pictures of the locations where I have it, just to get an idea of how the setup is and that, and we'll have some description. I'll just go through any questions they may have regarding it. How much power does it take, this and that, whatever. And then, like I mentioned, the pitch, I'll just explain what I'm doing, what I want to do, provide for them, free service, and other than the them buying the product from the machine. But I don't charge. A lot of people, they ask me like, oh, what do you charge? I'm like, what do you mean, what do I charge? So do people actually charge to have their machines there? Not talking about commissions. That's something different. But there are some places, majority of the places that I have found that ask for commissions are hotels and dealerships that are asking for commissions from the sales, or schools, I'm guessing too. Any public places that are like government run, I guess, would ask. Now I will just tell them that if it comes down to where I have to 100%, I'll offer 5 or 10%, but I'll just raise the price a little bit, right, and cover those costs, because I'm in it to make money, not give away money. So, I mean, unless it's a really high traffic location and it's kind of worth it, so then I'll do it. So we got some more people joining us. Who else just popped in? Don't be shy. Say hello in the chat. We're all friends here. So yeah, that's it for that. If you guys want to contact me, ask me some questions, let me just pop up the email real quick. Is that the right one? That's it right there. That's my email. Send me a quick question if you got, offline, whatever. I'll answer the best I can. And we can do that any day of the week. And some questions I also see online is what people are asking, what do you charge for like cans of pop, bottle of pop, chocolate bars, chips, and gum, that kind of stuff. Now, one, it depends on where you are. Canada or the States. It also depends on the location. I've seen hotels, can of pop's like $1.50 and up. So it just depends on the location. Now, that's probably because they're paying a fee and it's a hotel, so it's like a touristy trap kind of thing. But me personally, I have one location that I like I mentioned earlier that I had to reduce it down back to $1, but the rest are $1.25. A lot of places in the States are $1, not too much more than $1 for cans of pop. But you guys in the States, you guys get amazing deals on pop, and it's a lot cheaper. Working in the funny little fact here, working in the restaurant industry, speaking with Coke reps and Pepsi reps straight from the company, they told me that purchasing cases of pop from them is a lot more expensive than going to Costco and stuff like that, because Costco has huge buying power and they buy truckloads of pop. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, and that's the deal they get because they're buying so much product from them that they work out a special deal. So you're better off going to Costco or a Sam's Club. I have an app on my phone. It's called Flip, F-L-I-P-P. That works for here in Canada. I'm not sure if it works in the States, but basically, let me just pop it up here. So it's Flip. I don't know if you can see it there, Flip. So what I will do is I will pull up the search. I'll type in Coke, enter, and when you sign up for this app, it asks for your address, And let me go back to the chat there. It asked for your address. Email never showed up, CJ. Oh, it never showed up? Okay, sorry, buddy. Let me go back there. Let me just wait and make sure I see it on my other TV, my other screen there. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now it's up. York Region Vending Solutions, gmail.com. I'll leave that up for a bit. So basically, I don't know if you can see it. No, it's too bright. Let me just dim it down a little bit. Dim it down. So as you can see, everything comes up, different stores, and you just scroll through, find your store, find your product, and it gives you the best deal on that product. Now, I know you guys in the States also have amazing deals, when it comes to like couponing and stuff like that. Here in the States or here in Canada, we have nothing like that. And you guys are so lucky. Where's Nick? I don't know where Nick is. He was, I know he was going live a while ago, but I'm not sure where he is right now. So it'll pop up. What's this store here? I don't recognize that location. Let me just click on it there. Oh, that's Wholesale Club. Wholesale Club is kind of far away, but it's $8.27 for a 2-4 of Coke. To me, that's the same price as one of my suppliers, and it's pretty high. I remember when I first started vending, you can get a case of Coke for $4.50, $4.25. It's insane. It's insane. And some other places, a 12 for $4.97, so it's like almost $10. So sometimes they have good deals on pop, but when I do see it, I buy a lot of them. Like most of these are $4.07. Now this is just for cans, though. Keep in mind these are just cans. Yeah, see that's even more expensive. 12-pack, $4.99, $5.50, $5.69. So it's but you do that for Coke, Pepsi. I usually just do it for pop and chips, but when I type in the chips, it's always the family size bag, and it never has the proper stuff, the proper sizes. I go for 40 gram bags. I believe it's 40 gram. The ones when you get from Costco and the ones you get from Costco and Walmart and are the 28 gram bags. They're tiny, so it's like 75 cents that you got to charge for those. I'm charging $1.50 for the chips and snacks. Most of the snacks. I have Bear Paws, stuff like that. I do that for $2, and it just flies. I love it. I should just put all Bear Paws in there. So you just got to be diligent on looking where the deals are, checking your flyers, checking the apps, that kind of stuff. So in regards to what I personally charge, people are asking about cans. So generally $1.25. I think I spend, it ranges from 25 cents to 33 cents a can in my area. So it's about almost $1 to $1 profit per can. So hey man, I try to times it by 4, so I get my money back plus 3 on the stuff there. But the one location, it's only 3, so I triple my money instead of quadruple my money. I mean, if you think about it, it's you're paying for the convenience, really. I'm saving you from having to go out to the store, spend your gas. I mean, unless if you're going out for lunch, unless you bring it with you, different story. But, if someone goes out for lunch, they get a combo, whatever, and the pop, it's like $10, $12, if not more, So, and now, especially with COVID, there's that possibility that you might come in contact with someone that doesn't know. Hey, there's Nick. Nick made it. How you doing, my friend? He found us. Nick found us. You might come in contact with someone that's got COVID. So, money for the other 10 tomorrow. What? I should have the money for the other 10, Tomo. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Let me scroll back. I'm not sure. I should have the money for the other 10 tomorrow. Okay. I have no clue who this is. Oh. Well, up here, found it buried. So I thought it could have been you initially, but now I know. Now I understand what you meant. What it was there. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Sorry. Found it auctions and trades. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay. I thought when I first saw that in a different chat, I'm like, oh, someone kind of has the same thing, the same handle. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, cool. I know who it is now. All right. Bottles. I don't do any bottles whatsoever, and I'll tell you why. Cans. Sure, you can put them in the fridge, but I find that if someone's got a bottle, I'll get my little Coke bottle here. They crack it open, take a sip, put it back on, throw it back in the fridge, and forget about it. Yes, you can put cans in the fridge, but it goes flat. So, in my opinion, cans are a lot better. You can fit more in the machines, and they're cheaper to buy. So that's my take on that. Chocolate bars. My one supplier. There are some places that you can get pretty good deals, but it's few and far between. My one supplier, they're about 65 to 75 cents each. The really good name brand ones, like the whatever Caramel or whatever, Kit Kat. What else have I got? The M&M peanut M&Ms, Mars bars. They're about 85 cents a piece. 65 to 85 cents a piece. And I'll sell them for $1.50. So on those ones, I'm not double. I'm just going under double. Because you can't charge over $2 for a chocolate bar. It's like no one's gonna freaking buy it. So I'm kind of taking a hit on that when it comes to my normal pricing for pop. So, but I make the money back on the pop. So. Chips, like I said, the chips, they are $1.25. I know for people in the States, they charge different, usually about 75 cents in the States. Gum, same thing. I'll charge $1 for gum because I got a pretty good deal on that. Bear Claws, the pastry, the Bear Claw, they sell. It was that and salt and vinegar chips at this one location that always sell out. So I know that I always got to bring a box and they'll always sell. And I love it. I love it because that's my most expensive item, $2. Those ones are about, let me just figure that out. I don't have it off the top of my head there. So I spend, let's see, where's my calculator? So it cost me about 66 cents. Oops. Minus $2. So I make about $1.33 on those, on the Bear Paws, which is nice. So just a bit more than double, which is good. Another question, I do not know, because I don't sell those products. But if you're watching in the rerun, and you do know, hey, John Chum, how you doing, buddy? What's that, Nick? I remember years ago, I can go down to the local gas station, get a regular Coke out of an ice cold, old school cooler. Yeah, oh, I know, dude. Oh, I know. I remember those days. And then there's a little can opener or a bottle open on the side. You're just kind of like, you get the bottle and you're like, and it's like, oh, baby. Yeah. Those are the good old days. The one thing I miss about those days too is everything was closed on Sundays. I'll always miss that, because that gives you time to be with your family. You know, you go to grandma's for Sunday dinner, that kind of stuff. I really don't like that they allowed it to open 7 days a week for everybody. But anyways, what can I do? Joe Mama, can you please say full name? I'm not sure what you're. Oh. Can you please say my name? Can you please say my full name? I will be honored. Joe Mama. Well, there you go, Joe Mama. Not my mama, Joe Mama. My mama dead. She long gone. Yeah, that's that's funny. Joe Mama. Now, there's one question that was asked. What is a good machine for selling Red Bull and Monster drinks? Now, the Red Bull power drinks, I don't have any. They're the shorter, about the size of a can, but they're a lot thinner than the regular cans. I don't know. So if you're watching the rerun, or if you know, you can mention it in the chat, or if you're watching the rerun, comment in the comments section. If you deal with Red Bull or Monster drinks, what's the best machine to use for those? I know a lot of machines, you can change up the shims for those to allow them to come in and not dispense more than one. But it's just a matter of changing up the shims on those. You seem like a great soul. Wishing you loads of happiness. Well, thank you. We're Joe. Where are you watching from, Joe? I'm curious. I haven't seen you in my chats before. I guess you're new to the channel. Hopefully you'll smack, destroy, damage, whatever you want to do, that subscribe button right over there, and you can join us. Are you in the vending industry? What brings you by here today? But I greatly appreciate everyone coming in. Don Bag, another fellow Canadian. Nick Molnar, fellow Canadian. Found it buried, fellow Canadian. John Chum, fellow Canadian. Yeah, buddy. You guys are all it's like the Canadian show here today. No opening on Sundays. That was crazy. No, it was great. What are you talking about? What was good about not opening on Sundays? That's when you had the street hockey games. Every few minutes, that's when you got to go to grandma's house for Sunday dinner and the family comes over. That's what we need to go back to, man. That's why I want to go move to a small town, because a lot of those places are closed Sunday, Monday, other than the big grocery stores, because just the volume is not there. So they close Sunday, Monday. And, that's what I like. It gives you time to reflect from the week, because now that we're open 7 days a week, it's just nonstop. Yeah, you get 2 days off, but still, it's I don't know. I'm kind of against it, but unless I owned a business, then we're making more money, then great. And that's the reason why, because so many people wanted that. But I think it should go back, because we're losing touch with family and stuff like that. So, anyways. Another question that was asked to me was, Oh, yeah. Should they buy from classified ads or a supplier? Now, pros and cons to both. Well, I guess there's pros and cons to one, but not the other one. If you buy from classifieds, like, oh, who's this? Who's this? Sorry, guys. We got someone new. A Production 2020. Thanks for this live stream. I'm a newbie. When I get my first location, do you recommend filling the machine up with different snack pops in each slot? Or is there some custom veteran setup? What I do for new locations, can you say your name? Do you want to say your name? If not, that's fine. I'll just call you EPRO. EP Productions. There we go. EP Productions. What I do just to kind of test the waters is because you don't know what you're gonna. Ernie, perfect. Ernie, welcome, Ernie. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Where are you located, Ernie? By the way. So what I do for new locations, I will not, because you don't know what the sale is going to be unless you're buying a location. You don't know what the sale is going to be. So I don't fill it up right away. I don't fill up all the way. I fill up halfway. One, because you don't know what's going to sell unless you talk to them and say, hey, what would you like to see in the machine? Now, when I go to my locations, the new locations, brand spanking new, never had one before, I'll talk to them. I'll say, hey, what would you like to see? Some people say, the regular stuff, a little bit of healthy, that kind of stuff. So I'll mix it up. But there's so many options out there. You don't know what they like. I had this one brand new location, and they're asking for plantain chips. I tried them. I think they're disgusting, but I'm not going to buy a box of plantain chips hoping that they're going to like them. I'll do the generics, the Doritos, the Lay's, the salt and vinegar, ketchup, barbecue, whatever. I'll throw a couple oddball hot spicy ones to change it up for chips, see what goes. And if one is not selling as much as the other ones, I'll pull those out, put them in a different location, and put a different flavor. Try those, see how those work. Maybe those will work better. My lagging. Ernie. Oh, Chicago. Cool, right on. One good solar flare, and we'll all be shut down. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure, Nick. So yeah, and same thing with pop. Now I'm slowly switching out my diet pops to zeros, like Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero. I prefer Pepsi Zero over Coke. Growing up, I liked Coke better, but I don't know if it's just because I'm changing, getting older, but I don't like the taste. Coke gives me gut rot for some reason, especially in the summer. I can't drink pop in the summer, so I guess it's me that's changing. I can't drink pop very much in the summer. It gives me gut rot. So it's usually just water. But I prefer Pepsi over Coke. And like I mentioned in my last stream, I used to drink Pepsi, just straight Pepsi. December, I guess it was December right before Christmas, because we had, our little Christmas kind of party for the family here, just us because of COVID. I got Pepsi Zero, and I got started on Pepsi Zero. Now, right off the hop, there's a difference in taste, but now I love it. It's so good. And when I taste regular Pepsi, it's like, oh my God, this is so sweet. So like, oh. And since December, I have done nothing else since December but switch pop. I haven't changed any kind of exercise routine, anything, because it was so darn cold. I haven't been out biking, and I've already lost 20 pounds just from changing to Pepsi, from Pepsi to Pepsi Zero. So that's all I buy now. That's all I drink. So yeah, I'm a big advocate on Pepsi Zero. Now, I never drank a lot of pop. I mean, well, that's not the truth. I kind of do, but not a lot of pop. In the restaurant industry, when the pop is free, we can drink pop or water. I mean, come on, right? So, But I went from regular Pepsi to Pepsi Zero, and I've lost 20 pounds. So that's a good thing. Oh, right. Let's go back to the question. Buying from classified versus suppliers. So a lot of places, classified ads like Let Go, Craigslist, Kijiji, Marketplace. I'll get to that question in 1 second. Let me just get this one out before I forget and do another rant. I appreciate that you're here, though, and asking questions. That's great. Ask as many questions as you want. Buying a location from classified, like online classified versus supplier. Classified, right off the top, you don't know what's wrong with the machine. Is it just I've run into machines that they just want to get rid of it. It's a landlord. The people left the machine. They don't know who to call. The landlord's just like, get rid of it, couple $100, and you might find a gold mine. It might be perfectly working. They just want it out. So if you luck out like that, bonus. But most cases, they're upgrading machines, and it's just sitting in the back because a lot of the machines are so old. They're slowly starting to not make parts from anymore. So unless it's like, I have like Dixie Narco, Crane, AP, a little bit older, but they're workhorses. And, when it comes to the big name brand balling companies, what do they use? Dixie Narco, as far as I know. They probably have other ones too, but for the pop machine. So they make a good, sturdy workhorse pop machine. So that's the ones I go. I have a lot of Dixie Narco 501Es. They're older, like 20 plus years old. But I have one that I have to change a motor. That's the first problem that I gotta fix. I just haven't had time to get to it yet. Because there's another pop machine there, and they have 2 lunchrooms. So big deal. They have one less pop in the one machine. So it's not a big rush to get that one fixed for me. But you just don't know what you're buying. You don't know the problems. Now, when you're buying from a supplier, not a supplier as in like brand spanking new, but a lot of places here in Canada, which I'm sure they do have in the States as well, are people that refurbish. They sell the machines. They do moving. They'll move the machines for you for fees, that kind of stuff, sales and service and that. And they have warranties. So that's, the machines that I've bought are from 1 or 2 companies. And, I always, weasel out a year warranty, because I'm saying, I tell them, I said, if something's going to happen within 3 months, I'm not buying the machine. So you got to give me a little bit more than that. Right. So they usually say, okay, fine. Cause and I tell them, I said, listen, if it's past 3 months, I'll pay for the labor. Okay. But you got to pay for the parts. And majority of the times they'll say, yeah, okay, fine. So because they have to send somebody out and whatever. And they probably have machines in the back to take parts off that work anyway. So they normally do it. So suppliers, even if it's brand new, you're going to pay thousands of dollars, but you get the online support, you get, the technical support, you get warranty for X amount of months or years, whatever. And that those parts are going to be available for 10 years to come. These older machines, I've called companies and they said, oh, sorry, we don't make those parts anymore. So you're like, oh crap, now what do I do? Do you find an old machine, an old junker machine to use as parts? Sure, you may. If you get a cheap one, throw it in the garage and just take parts off of that. Once it's all gutted out, bring it to the dump for scrap. You get a few bucks for it. So it all depends on what kind of money you have to spend in that. So we got 7 people in the chat. Just say hello so I know who's here. Next question from oh wait, let me go back a little bit there. Yeah, I know I missed it. Oh no, that's too far back. Okay. Next, see most of them go back. Went to my buddies around the corner, 11 a.m. this morning. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. Next question. What do you do with the stuff that expires or doesn't sell on location? Can you write it off on taxes? Do you donate it to shelter before it expires? Here in Canada, you're gonna have a hard time donating it because it's expired. Now, if you didn't donate to a food bank or something, unless it's like maybe a few weeks before it expires. But that's the other thing too is once you get more locations, and I've done this with one location, it's a little bit slower. But when you're buying product too, check the dates, because a lot of stores, if it's a short date, that's why it's on sale. And they want to get rid of it quick, so they drop it down. At least they get their money back, so they're not stuck with it, right? So check the dates. Always check the dates, and don't fill the machine right up until you know the location, and until you know the location, and until you know what sells and what doesn't sell. Fill it up halfway, especially now with COVID. Fill it up halfway. If it's close to where you live, even better. Don't fill it up, maybe a third of the way, so you can kind of see what sells and what doesn't sell. Then you buy more. One of my suppliers, a majority of the chips that I sell, you can break down the boxes. You need 2, 3 bags, 4 bags, 5 bags. So for one location, what I'll do is I will the slower location, I will get six brand new bags with a good date on it, like maybe 3 months date on it. I'll bring that to my little bit slower location, pull all the ones that are close to expired, with like a month out. I'll bring those to the faster ones, and then they just get sold out there, because I go to the closer one first and the farther one for that reason. Check the dates. I know the dates on my stuff. It's all 3-4 months out. So, but when I purchased one location, the dates are pretty close, and I told the guy, I said, "Listen, I'm not paying for this. It's 3 weeks and it's done." So I got it for free. So I said, "You can take it or leave it, but I'm not paying for it." And he goes, "Yeah, whatever, just keep it." So when I know there's probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks out, and I'll bring it to the location where I go every 2 weeks. So if it's 3 weeks, so that gives it a week. If I drop it off and I go every 2 weeks, that'll give it 1 week before I take it out. And then by that time, maybe 1-2 bags of chips, no big deal, or whatever it is. And I'll just bring it home and give it to my son. He's 17. He'll plow it down in 2 seconds. What's Nick saying? No more pop for me during the week. Only beer. Pop weekend. Attaboy. Question: do you have to buy the machines or rent them? I buy them. I don't know anyone that rents them, unless you buy them brand spanking new and you finance them. I just buy them straight out, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. I don't like Mark the Berg's in the house. I don't like I don't like owing money. I just don't like it. If I don't have the money, I'm not going to buy it. That's my thing. Mark the Berg, my dream vending machine, one completely filled with peanut butter M&Ms with some Reese's pieces thrown down for a special little treat. Yeah, that's nice. I like Reese's pieces too. I remember, I don't mean to gross anybody out. If you have a weak stomach, plug your ears or turn off the volume. I went to a store a long time ago. I used to love. Is that too bright? Is that light too bright? It looks bright over here. I'm gonna shut that off. It looks too bright on this one here. I'm gonna shut it off. Off. There we go. I used to like Reese's peanut butter cups. I went to a store and I didn't know. Usually, when you put chocolate in the fridge, you'll get it crystallizes and it goes white on top. So I don't know if this guy had them in the fridge in storage or something, and he pulled them out. But for some reason, I broke it open instead of taking a bite, and there was a freaking maggot in it. Little maggot. So I went back to the store. I'm like, I want my money back. There's a freaking, and I showed him, like, there was a maggot in this freaking chocolate bar. He goes, "Oh, do you want another one?" I'm like, "No, I don't want another one. Give my damn money back." So I very rarely buy those anymore. or if I do, I'll crack them open, bust it up. I don't just shove it in my mouth like I used to. Yeah. Let's see here. To buy them or rent them. Got that. Yeah, got that. Good to see my friend. Yeah, it's good to see all you guys in here. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Nick, I thought I told you. Did I tell you? I don't know if I told you. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. So when I was doing the coin collection, I got this in the change. Now, all you guys that okay, give me 2 seconds. All the coin roll hunting I've done, toonies, loonies, quarters, nickels, dimes, whatever. And I've never found one of these. The first week after a collection when I bought this, I got the V toonie. First one ever, baby. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life, thanks to vending. So you do get some good coins. And leaving my cash register down here. Okay, boom. I know, right? How do you determine? Oh, I'll pop it up here just so everyone can see. How do you determine if you should buy a combo machine or just invest in 2 machines, snack and beverage? Great question. Great question. Now, the way I do it is it all depends on volume. And see, because you can only raise the prices so much. So the only way you can make more money is saving money. Now, what I mean by that is if you got a combo machine and you got to go there like 2-3 times a week, you're spending, depending on where it is, you're spending more on gas. So you're not really making more because you're having to go there more. So usually if it's 75 people or less, I'll do a combo machine. 75 or more, I'll do full pop, full snack machine. But I mean, if it's close to your house and you don't care, then I know it's expensive to have to get 2 machines. But if it's a brand new location and you're not sure, I mean, sure, they might have 200 people, but they might not buy, so you don't know, right? So if you have another location, you can always swap them out, or I never stop looking for locations, always looking for locations. And because I know if this one location that has a snack machine gets busier, then I will eventually put a full snack, full pop, and take that combo and put it in a smaller place, slower place, and just get the cycle going again. But I have locations that have 4 machines. They have two different snack rooms or 2 different lunch rooms. One basically for the office people, the people that are in the front of the warehouse, people like drivers, people that deliver stuff, people that drop stuff off. There's a smaller break room in the back, but they have a full pop, full snack in the front and back. But because they have 4 there, if it ever came down to where I got a new location that needed a snack and a pop, I could just take 2 of those and put it over there because they still have 2 more machines. Or I will put a combo in there and just swap the machines up. You have to, test the water to see how it's going to be, right? Because they can have a lot of employees there, but you don't know if they're going to buy your product, if they want to buy healthier stuff, if they want to buy, just regular junk food, So it's just until you know excuse me. Oh gosh, until you know the location, don't fill it up all the way. And if you see stuff not selling as much, you'll know right away because it doesn't move, right? I always take a picture of when I fill it up. I take a picture And so I know when I go back, if I need that for reference, I mean, obviously you'll know I put 6 of everything in there. There's nothing here, or there's whatever. You have reference to what's sold or not. So, but yeah, just if money's tight, put a combo in. And you might have to, I mean, it might be a good thing that you have to go there twice a week. That just means you're making more money. And if it's closer, hey, who cares? Oh, there's a nice cardinal. I just got my bird feeders out from storage, and the birds are coming back. I kind of have a little setup right outside my window, but I don't know if he can see me or not. He's kind of like hesitant. The stupid squirrels and chipmunks are taking most of this stuff. The one squirrel almost ate out my hand. My wife's like, "What are you, crazy? Close the door. He's going to get in the house." Let's just see here. Live free and dig. I am doing good tonight. Just started listening from the beginning, so I don't miss anything. Oh, thanks, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank everyone for coming in. This is great, man. I with my metal detecting, I was having a hard time finding a day to metal detect or to do live streams. And, there was people with channels that were a lot more, and people like to follow them more than me. So they would, they kind of hijacked my time slot. I don't care. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. So, you know what? Whatever. Sunday, 6 p.m. Every Sunday, 6 p.m. we go live. Okay. Next question. So yeah. Recap on the last question. You might get a good deal from the classifieds for machines. But a supplier, most suppliers, they're refurbished. So and you just ask them, have you refurbished it? So they go through all the motors, they go through everything, make sure everything works. So at least it's working. Classifieds, you have no clue. They can just say, "Oh yeah, it works." And if I ever buy from classifieds, I tell them, "I'm coming tomorrow, plug it in tonight, so when I come, I can see that it cools down, and then I'll go through all the thing, test every motor." But if it's a company that sells it, a supplier, you can say, "Hey, it's not working. You said it worked." They come out and fix it. They've been around for a while, so I'm not going to screw up, over one machine, right? That's going to tarnish their credibility in the industry. Oh yeah, this is a question. It was more of a comment that I saw about machines that are getting vandalized. Now, I do not have any machines that are outside in the elements, because when that store closes or when the factory shuts down, it's done. I don't want to take the chance of it getting bashed in, ripped into. I've seen so many videos out there where I'm going live at 5:55. Are you going live at 5:55? Oh, wait. Okay. It's already 7 o'clock. Oh, it's already been an hour. Holy crap. It's been an hour and 10 minutes already. I don't have any locations that are outside. One, because we live in Canada, and I don't know what's going to happen with the machines in the wintertime. Probably freeze up. So all my stuff is inside. I don't want to take any chances on anyone vandalizing, trying to steal anything. But the question was, should the company that the machines are in, do you feel that they should be kind of responsible for kind of keeping an eye on it? Or is it like, well, it's not my machine, I don't care. But if you see someone busting into something in your business, should they be kind of like keeping an eye on it, saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" kind of thing, and then let you know? SOB Nick. So yeah, I don't have any machines outside. They're all inside. And yes, I think as a gesture of good faith or whatever you want to call it, if I have a machine inside a company, if an employee kind of smashes it up or something, I'm not going to hold them responsible for replacing it. But it's like, come on, guys, we're all adults here. Just let me know and I'll give you your money back. Don't screw the machine up. That's going to cost me a lot of money to replace the whole thing. Another question for the vending people that I got is, what is the best water and for what machine? Now, a lot of the bottles of water that we're getting, they're very flimsy. I remember when bottled water first came out, it was like a pop bottle, like a hard plastic pop bottle. You couldn't crush them like you can these. But what's happening is they're very flimsy, and it's getting caught up in the machine. So, what was the best machine and the best bottle of water to avoid that? If you're watching the rerun, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button so YouTube will let you know when I go live again. But we go live every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next question. What is the most important thing to do before starting a vending business? Well, this is a very important question because, is this the right business for you? Now, a lot of people say passive income, but I don't say, well, I mean, it's passive to a point because all my machines are out there making money, except for one location because it's closed on Sundays. But don't forget, you have to go buy this product. You got to go load the machines. I got it down, one location where I have 4, I got it down to about an hour and a half. So if I pull in, say, $100 a week per machine, that's like $400 a week. And if I'm there hypothetically, if I'm there for an hour, that's like $400 an hour minus my costs. So that's pretty damn good, right? So if you think of it that way, if you think of it like, well, it's only $400 a week, if I work 40 hours a week, that's not going to pay the bills. But you don't think of it that way. You think of it like, well, how much time and how much money did you spend to get that product? You had to go buy it. You had to go drive to buy it. You have to go drive to install or to fill it up, and you got to buy the machines. So if the machines are all paid up and paid for, then you're going to start making more money. But the way I see it is, if it takes me an hour to service a location, and I pulled $300-400 out of it, gross, I'm making $300-400 an hour. That's pretty damn good. Then you got to figure out your cost, your gas, your mileage, whatever, wear and tear on the car, and then your what you pay for your product. You have to go outside. Go outside. My dog wants to go out. I'll be right back. It's Rupert. Rupert the Whippet. Has to go to the little dog's room. So, other things you got to keep in mind is, I'm all dusty, is when you want to start in the business, is this going to be a full-time thing for you, or is it going to be part-time? Do you have the initial money to invest? Because it's not just buying the machine and, Rupert. It's not just buying the machine and you're good to go. You have to buy the machine. You got to deliver it. So you're either, if you don't have a trailer. Hello, Mama.
Hi.
Mama's here, everybody. Say hello.
Hello.
If you don't have a trailer, you got to pay for someone to deliver that. And that's the other thing, going back to classified versus supplier. Most suppliers, they'll deliver it, included in the price. So, which is good. So, and a side note to that is always make sure you have a location first, because you don't want to be sitting on a machine in your garage not making money, because that's just a waste of money, in my opinion. So have a location first, then have a few places that have machines, because you don't know where it's going to go. It's going to go through a door where it's kind of a weird door, and you got to measure it out, make sure the machine fits. So location first, measure the door, and then you contact where we're going to buy the machines from. Say, this is the doorway it has to go through. What do you got? And then you do your machines. What was the initial question I was going with? I totally lost it there. You threw me off, baby. You threw me off. Your beauty. You threw me off. Most important thing in the biz. Yeah. So, So you got to think of, one, you got your initial cost of the machine. Two, you got your cost of buying all the product. If you're filling up the pop machine, because the pop machine has a good 4, 5, 6 months on the expiry date, so you're good to go over that. Snacks, different story. So most pop machines will hold about 3 cases. Like the Dixie Narco 501, it holds 500, and I guess that's the 501, at least 500 products. So that's a lot. So you got all your snacks, your chips, your gum, your candy, your chocolate bars, this, that. So it starts to add up. So you got to remember all these costs when you're, Nick says hi.
Hello, Nick.
You got to remember all these costs when you're getting into it. So remember that. Another thing about most important thing is, get your location first. Are you comfortable with talking to people? Because this is a people person industry. You got to talk to people. You got to talk to locations face to face. Are you comfortable with talking to strangers about bringing your machines there? If they say no, do you just walk away? I don't. I say, well, do you mind if I ask why? Because they might just say, well, we had vendors here before and they were bad, whatever. Machines are always empty, but that's a good thing for you. It's a bonus for you because you can say, I'll tell you what, I'll guarantee you that'll never happen. If you're ever unsatisfied with your machine, I'll take it out. And you just don't let that happen, and your machine will be there. Most important thing to do before starting. Oh, right. If you have a pickup truck and you're able to move it yourself, great. Never pop machines or combos with any compressors in it. Never lie it down because that's going to mess up the compressor with the oil in it. Always keep it standing up. Never lay it down. It's going to screw things up. Don't do that. What else? The one thing I see on YouTube all the time is people buying a ton of stock and keeping it at home, especially if you have only a couple locations. Why would you tie up all your money in stock and just sit there at your house? Unless your supplier is far away, just buy what you need. Don't sit on it. That's ridiculous in my mind. Right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So just buy what you need, and then until you know the location, you'll know it sells, and that way you can just, but if you have like Adam from Hill Vending, I wish he'd come. I keep sending him messages to come, but he never comes. He must be busy. He's got like 150 vending machines, so he's a busy guy. So, but like him, I love you. He buys skids of pop, full skids, skid of Coke, skid of Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, but he's got 150 machines. So in that case, it's fine. He can do that and get away with it because he goes through it quick. Who's here? Who's still here? George's still here. Nick's still here. Darren's still here. Who else? We got 5 people in the chat. Who is still here, guys? I just want to know who's here. Live Free and Dig, maybe. Ernie, you still here, buddy? Any more questions? How far am I behind on this, the lag? Oh, about 10 seconds behind. So those are pretty much the question. Oh, no, I got that one. pretty much the questions that I was asking, that was asked. Yeah, still here. Oh, the coin mech. I missed that one. Let me see if I can scroll back. Coin mech. Do. Yeah. So the question was, looking at some of the machines out there from suppliers, they charge extra for coin mechs. Do you recommend the extra expense? I'm assuming the fourth coin slot or for dollar coins. A lot of these, I'm going to use this term loosely. These people that sell machines, if they buy machines and it comes with it, they'll swap out, put an older one in there because that's worth more. The newer one's worth more money, and they can upgrade. People do it. I've seen it, but it is worth getting the upgraded one. In my opinion. Now, there are people on the classifieds that will sell it with the upgraded one. But in my opinion, it's worth it. The extra slot, the new ones that I have, the extra slot. The newer ones that I have is quarters, 2 quarters, 2 quarters, loonies, which is a dollar coin, and a toonie, which is a $2 coin, and 2 quarters. Because I'm not going to charge, like 65 cents or 55 cents. So a lot of my machines still do have the dimes, nickels, quarters. I just left it in because they're working. Why am I going to switch it? I don't care, right? I'm not going to switch it out. But depending on how much they're asking, most people will ask a couple extra $100. But just talk to them. Say, listen, you give me a good deal, I'm going to come back when I get my second location, third location, fourth location. But if you're going to screw me over, I'm just going to go somewhere else. And that's what I tell them. Like, they'll a lot of them will say, well, I'll give you your deal on your 5th machine or something. But I'll tell them straight up. I have no problem saying, hey, you know what? I like the machine, but you're asking a little bit too much. From what I've seen online, I can buy it offline. Why would I buy it from you, right? So that's the one good thing about the internet, because people are selling them, especially with this pandemic going on. People are selling machines like crazy. And that's why I got into it when I did, because people are selling the stuff off because they're freaking out. But a lot of companies that I have my machines in, they are they're still working. They're not shut down. And that's the one thing that I look for in a company for a new location is if COVID gets any worse, are these guys going to shut down? Are the numbers going to go down? Because, every place I have, the numbers go down. They don't shut down, but the numbers go down because of the restrictions. So, but they are still open. But so keep that in mind when you're looking for location is how is COVID affecting your business? And once the restrictions are lifted, how many people are coming back? Because then you'll know, right, the volume. Ask them how it was before. How many staff do you have there? I ask all these questions when I'm looking for potential locations. I'll look for, automotive places with a lot of drivers that do deliveries, because they really don't have time to stop for lunch because they're always delivering. They're delivering parts to repair shops and that kind of stuff. So they have to grab and go. So one of my locations, it's a distribution center for auto parts, and they have like 15 drivers. When the restrictions allowed, they had about 30 drivers. But because a lot of the other stores were shutting down, slowing down their production, like fixing cars, they didn't need so many employees to deliver, so they cut back on some of their drivers. So those are the places that I kind of look for, is people that have like delivery, like auto parts or a big manufacturing factory. One place that I have, they do metal plating. So a lot of stuff with technology that they have government contracts. So they have to stay open. They have to. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I would never buy from Costco, buy direct. That is what I did when I had my store. No, buying direct would be cheaper from Coke or major brands. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nick, you're wrong, brother. I have experienced that right from the horse's mouth. Working in the restaurant industry. I mean, obviously, if you're buying a skid, you might get a better deal. But if you're buying like 4 or 5 cases here and there, you're better to go to Costco or in the States Sam's Club, because they have humongous buying power. And the rep said to me straight up, he says, you're better. Oh, yeah, back in the 90s. Yeah, maybe, I guess. Yeah, when Costco wasn't around. But he told me straight up, he goes, I told him, I said, Costco, they're way cheaper. Why are you selling me for this much for cans of pop? Well, they have bigger buying power. When they buy pop, they buy truckloads. They don't buy skids, they buy truckloads. So, and they have preset pricing because it's Costco. When you buy a truckload of pop and you buy like 10 truckloads a month, you're going to get a good deal. And you have like 50 stores or whatever it is, you're going to get a good deal. So when you buy volume, they bend over and buy it or take it, where. But Costco is far better deal than getting it straight from Coke. Because usually with the Coke, they have their fees. Unless you go pick it up from the bottling company yourself, you might get a better deal, but I doubt it. But the problem with that is you have to open up an account with them. You have to purchase so much per month from them. Usually a minimum order is like $300 to $500 per order. So it's really not worth it. You go to a wholesaler. The best prices I've seen for some products is like $6-7. Majority of it is like $8 and change. But Costco's the same price. It's like, I think it was like $8.69 or something like that for a 2-for. And I hate paying that much, but I really got no choice, right? So how's everyone doing on this lovely Sunday? The sun here is just about going down. I mean, it's still bright out, but what time is it? 7:28. Crap, we've been going for an hour and a half. Jeepers creepers. Never mind with the times. LOL. I bought a skid of what? You got a skid of O-Pee-Chee Premier Hockey's back? A skid of boxes? How many boxes on a skid of cards? Do you have any vending machine brands you recommend? I hear you say Dixie Narco is a good brand. Any others? Maybe the better question are the brands I should definitely avoid. Don't get Sega. Don't get Sega. Don't get any Chinese ones. Not saying they're well, the Sega, they're flimsy as all could be. All my machines are the pop ones. The full pops are Dixie Narco 501Es. My snack machines are AP and Crane. Those are the big guys. Automatic products. The combo machines. The full snacks are the Crane. Those are the good ones you want to look for. But with Dixie Narco, I know a lot of people They like the Vendos. It's personal preference. Like if you are going to learn the machine and, eventually start doing the repairs yourself, then you want to get something as simple as possible. The older like Dixie Narcos, they're like the old cars. I had a 77 Plymouth Fury. I could sit on the fender, pop the spark. I could change the spark plugs in like 20 minutes. I had a Ford Explorer. I had to take off the passenger tire to get to only 2 of the plugs. And then I had to go under the car, halfway under, to reach around because the manifold was there to go, because it was made just perfect, to go behind the manifold to get the other 2 spark plugs. And then the driver's side, I could just pop it the side. They're made, the big bottling companies like Coke and Pepsi, as far as I know, they use Dixie Narco. Like when you see the branded machines, Coke and Pepsi, originally, from what I understand, they were all owned by Coke and Pepsi, I believe, because they're branded, right? That makes sense to me. Find out what they use. Go to like a sports facility. Usually the big facilities like that, or an amusement park. Usually places like that, the big bottling companies get those bids because they can drop 30 machines like that, and it's nothing. Like they're just sitting in the warehouse. The way you find out if it's owned by the company, like Coke or Pepsi, usually when you're facing the machine, the left bottom, you'll see a little metal tag, like asset number, and it'll say, asset number, blah, 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 Coke bottling company. Then it's owned by that company, by Coca-Cola. If it's just any small time guy, they'll probably just have a sticker saying, Bob's Vending or whatever. But the asset tags are like riveted in onto the machines. So keep in mind when you're looking to buy a machine too, check for an asset tag, because technically you're buying stolen property. They don't have the right to sell that machine because that machine belongs to Coke. So keep that in mind when you're looking at machines. 30 cases, $15 per case. Sold them all. Wow, man, that's amazing. Oh, I just got a message from somebody. Let's just see what's going on here. Oh, what? Oh, no, I don't care about that. That's just me. That's just me. And that's okay. So, yeah, like I said, I have Dixie Narco. The full pop machines are Dixie Narco 501Es. They're workhorses. And they're almost, some companies might still have parts for them. Yeah. You can find them all over the place. You can find older ones that still have the bottles. You can put beers in it, and a little bottle opener. But you can find machines for dirt cheap, like for a parts machine, and just throw it in your garage and use the parts off that. But that's the good thing about going with a supplier. Even if it's used, ask them if it's refurbished. Did they go through it? Did they check everything? Replace any motors? Usually they'll replace the motors. They'll replace the what is it called? The cooler, the condenser. No, what is it called? Help me out here, people. The cooling system. They'll replace it. Oh my God, why can't I think of the name? Anyways, I know Nick will probably someone will get it. The motor that cools the part that cools it. What is that called? Oh my God. Anyways, I'm drawing a blank. They'll get those replaced. Replace the motors. Any electrical. It's probably updated coin mech. Bill acceptors updated. So always check. And when for us here in Canada, we just got new bills not too long ago. So we're always asking, will it accept the new bills? Yeah, the AC unit. The compressor, that's what I was thinking, compressor. But yes, the AC unit, the compressor. Has the compressor been changed? I knew you'd come through, Nick. You always come through, buddy. Yeah, any issues with the compressor? I have a thermometer here that I use for cooking. Let me go over here. Just do a little. Yep. Sorry. That I check the temperature, and can you see that? 27 degrees. So I'll ask them to plug it in. I'll bring this. Obviously, you can see if it's cold. You feel if it's cold, but check the temperature when you're seeing a used machine. Tell them to plug it in. See, I'll be there in a couple hours. Please plug it in for when I get there so I can check the temp. If they say no, then say, well, you know what? I'm not buying it unless you do it. So anyways, you just got to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask, because you're spending a lot of money, right? So it's an investment. You gotta. It's like buying a car. Ask the questions. What's wrong with it? Has it had any major repairs on it lately? If everything's original, be prepared. The condenser or the condenser. What did I say? The AC unit, the compressor. The motor's going to be going soon. So you got to keep that in mind if everything's original. The coin mech, the motherboard. Now, if you want to add bill or card acceptors, you're going to have to swap out the motherboard. If you have a 6-prong plug from the coin mech, you're gonna be okay. If you have a 9-prong plug, you won't be able to add a card reader. Nick's. Oh, what happened? Oh, well, by the health standards here in Canada, you don't want to go higher than 4 degrees Celsius. Because especially if you have a combo machine that doesn't have separate compartments for the pop and the chips, the danger zone they call it, because that's when bacteria starts to grow and all that stuff. So you want it around the 4 degrees Celsius. That way it's going to be cool. You don't want it colder than that, because then your pop's going to freeze and it's going to bust and totally gum up your whole machine. Nick was asking, what does the average... Oh, wait, sorry. Got it. Literally writing notes. Dixie Narco AP Crane. Which brand are you recommending for the combo? For the combo, I have... shoot. Let me see if I can get a picture. I'll show you the picture. Crane National. AP for the full snack, and Crane National for the combo. I'll show you a picture of all my machines. I don't have a picture of every single machine, but they're all the same at all the locations. Where are we here? So this one here is the Crane, and let me just lower down the brightness so you can see it. This is the combo machine that I have at majority of my locate. Oh shoot, you can't really see it. Oh, there we go. So you can see. Hold on, let me zoom in so you can see it a bit better, or focus. So this one here is the Crane. It's got the chips on top, snacks and gum there. Pop is down there. So the pop. Oh. The pop is a separate unit. I can take this whole unit out, and it's all self-contained right here. Oh, sorry. And I like this one. This is good. This is a good machine. This one's got the updated bill acceptor. It's got the I got a card reader on it. This is the Crane GPL, Crane National. It's a good one. That I like that one myself personally, and it's not too big. It's a 4 wide for that location. It's great. Let me just brighten up so I can see here. My other locations. What's that? Oh wait, that's not mine. That's a location I was thinking about buying. So here is the it's an older one, but it's again, it's a workhorse. This is the AP. It's a full vending machine, full snack. The AP. It's a 5 wide. So I got 3 rows of chips. One, 2, 3 rows for chips, 1, 2, 3 rows for snacks and everything else in that one there. But I like this machine. They're workhorses. That's the AP Snack Shop 2, I think it's called. I can't remember. And then here's another picture here with both of them. So there's the Dixie Narco that I have. It's an 8 selection. I think it's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 selection. Again, it's a workhorse. I love it. There's the other snack machine right beside it that I really like. Let me get you back in focus there. Yeah. There we go. What temp? Okay, I got that. I'm literally writing notes. Dixie Narco, AP Crane, recommended for combo. You switched it up right before you said it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, so for the combo machines, I have the Crane for the full, and this is just because what was available at the time. And the AP, and they are a bit older, but like I said, they are a bit older, but they're workhorses and they'll last. They're strong machines. The Segas, I was looking at some of them when I first started looking at them. They are flimsy machine. The other problem with getting machines from like overseas is support. If you have to get parts, unless you have a company that supplies parts, they have a backup of parts. Then, but even still, they're 2 separate units that screw together for 1 unit. The pops in the bottom, snacks up top. But when I was looking at to buy it, they seemed really flimsy, really flimsy. The metal, the doors didn't seem. Looks like if you pulled hard enough, you can bend it, and it just. I didn't want to take a chance on that one, so I'm sticking with the tried and true, the original OG machines, right? That the Cranes, the Crane National, the APs, Dixie Narco kind of stuff that I'm sticking to. They haven't screwed me over yet, so I'm not going to change it up and do anything else. Yeah. Are you talking like individual cards, like Pokemon cards? There's a lot on Marketplace for sale, dude. There's tons out there. What does the average machine cost? Oh, I thought I told you. I thought you asked me that before. Oh, you did, just up there. Brand new, you're looking at $3, $4, $5 and more, depending on some of the technology out there. It's amazing, but you're going to pay for it. I've seen machines, these companies from China. It's all a touch screen. But in my mind, I grabbed my belly. In my mind, that's just more stuff to go wrong. So, and you're paying you can pay up to $10,000 for a machine. It's got all the elevator to get the thing comes out down, all that stuff. And it's got a touch screen. And it keeps control of. It keeps you can go online, see what's sold. You know, you can upload whatever and see what information is on there, what products sold, how much change you have left, which is great. It's great, but you're going to pay for it. Machines. Packs. Full packs. I'm not sure. I know a lot of the cards, they dispense cards. I'm sure there are some out there that they dispense a whole pack, but you know, we'll talk about that after if you want, and I'll keep my eyes peeled for you. If you're buying used machines, depending on what type of machine, depending if it's got an updated coin mech, updated bill validator, and if it has a card reader, to add those three things, you're looking at about $1,000 just for the new coin mech. Is a couple $100, $300, somewhere around there, 2-3. The new bill validator, same thing, 2-3. Depending on what company you use. I don't use Nyax. I use CoinCo. It's cheaper. They're cheaper, and the service fees are cheaper. So I go with CoinCo. They're in Canada and the States. But you're going to pay up to close to $1,000 to upgrade all that stuff. If you get a machine where it's not compatible, you have to change out the motherboard. And that's another few $100s. So you got to keep that in mind when you're buying a machine. Is it compatible? The bill mechs ever get it wrong? Not hasn't happened to me. It hasn't happened to me yet. In Canada, we obviously don't have $1 bills or $2 bills anymore. In the States, they have the ones, I know for sure. But it's usually all. It's funny though, because I'll watch videos and they'll pull out a big stack of ones, and it's just like ching with all those ones, big stack. But I pull out little nothing stacks, but they're all fives, right? So a stack of fives could be like this. If it was ones, it would be like this, right? So it looks so much better, but all mine are fives, right? Or 10s or 20s. But when someone's putting in 10s and 20s, you know, and that's the good thing about updating the coin mechs to loonies and toonies, so you don't blow through all your quarters. Because if someone puts in a 5 or a 10 and they buy a pop, you know, if you're spending, hypothetically, if it's $1 for a pop and they put a 10, you're giving them back $9 in quarters. So that's going to blow through your quarters until it's either filled back up from people putting it in. I always start off filling it right to the top. Any money that goes in goes right into the catch bin there, so you know that's pure profit. I forgot the question that was originally asked. So sorry. I always go off in these rants and I forget. Oh, bill mechs. Yeah. So, if anything ever usually goes wrong, it won't. In my experience, it just won't accept it. It'll just put it back. If there's anything wrong with the bill acceptor, the money goes in, comes out, and it just won't accept it. It'll take it out. I've never had any issues personally. I'm sure there's been people that have issues with the bills stealing your money, but the new machines out there now, they have a thing. On my AP snack machine, it's a sure vend where if something doesn't fall through, little lights, it'll allow you to get something else. Like if it gets stuck, it'll allow you to vend something else. It'll say make another selection. The older machines, you know how it is. Back in the day, it gets stuck. You're screwed. You're shaking the machine and everything. But the new machines, the technology is really, really good, but you're going to pay for it. And that's the only problem. What about people that shake the machine? So, hold on a second. If you had a machine that gives up a pile of quarters as change, I would not use your machine. Would not use your machine with larger bills in the future. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing too. Like with the new coin mechs, they'll accept toonies and loonies, and they'll store it in there. So instead of getting a bunch of quarters, it'll throw out tooties and loonies. So that's good too. Let's see. What about people that shake the machine? Yeah, and that's the problem with having locations that are just out in the public, because once that store is closed, no one's really watching it, so they can vandalize it, shake it, whatever. If it's in a business, I've never had machines. The only time I've had an issue with someone moving my machine is if they had to get to the plug or for something else, because they have on one machine, there's a special plug there. So I guess they have to plug something into it. And they just move the machine out a little bit. But other than that, I've never had any issues that I know of. So, yeah. Great stream. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it. What about people that got that one? Where I work, they bolted a bunch of the machines together. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do that, right? So they don't mess with them, right? You need to head out. Bye, everyone. Need to do some editing. All right, Nick, thank you so much. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. And we'll catch you on either your next stream or my next stream on next Sunday, 6 p.m. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it, Nick. I greatly appreciate it. How do you handle refunds? So, and this is the other thing about not putting your machine in a public area as opposed to in a business, because you get to know the regular people that you talk to. You speak to a manager or the receptionist every time you go in. Hey, good morning, whoever. How you doing today? Blah blah blah. Small talk, whatever. They'll tell you straight up. Now, with the SureVend, you're gonna get something out. Like if you hit a bag of chips, it gets caught somehow, and it doesn't go through, it'll ask you to select something else. So you pick something else, you get your money. So the only way that you might lose on that is if someone sees that and goes, "Oh, that bag's just hanging. I'm gonna buy that bag behind it, and I'm gonna get 2 for 1." So, but in any case, if it was an older machine that doesn't have SureVend, I will always give them the product first. Oh, sorry about that. You know what? Here you go. Here's a bag of chips. So they get what they paid for. If they really put up a fuss, then, I'll say, what did you want to order? Here you go. Here's your chips, whatever, and then give them their money back. Because you want to keep them happy, right? Because this business is just like the restaurant business when I was in. It's all about customer service. I think I gotta turn on some more lights here. I think it's getting I guess I'm getting good light off the computers. Oh, that's too bright. Too bright. I'll leave it like this. It's all about customer service. You want to give them good quality product at a good price with great service. If you always keep doing those three, you're never going to have to take your machines out unless the company's bought out, they close down, whatever. I would always try for the 2 for 1. Yeah, me too. Growing up, me too. Back in the day when, as a kid, you're always trying to stick your hand up there and do that. Machines, you can't do that anymore. They make it so when you push that door open, like even the snack machines, you push the when you go to get it in the bin, 2 doors open like this, so you can't reach up in there. It doesn't work anymore. The technology has come a long way since back in the day where you could mess with it, put a string on the coin. That doesn't work anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ernie, do you have a channel, Ernie? I forgot to ask you. You have a YouTube channel, don't you? EP Productions 2020. Let me just look up there. EP Productions 2020. Let me go over here. EP Productions. I'm guessing that's your EP Productions 2020. That's not what I wanted, but sorry guys, bear with me for a second there. Search. There we go. Ernie, how you doing, buddy? I'm not subscribed. I'm going to subscribe right now, my friend. EP Productions 2020. 9 subscribers. Not anymore, buddy. I'm number 10. Let's check out your page there, my friend. Let's check it out. What do you got for videos? Oh. Should take back an X. So you're more personal lifestyle kind of thing. 9 men to avoid Mr. Manipulator. 9 men to avoid Mr. Emotional. 9 men to avoid Tell You the Truth, Mr. Honesty. I hear you. Right on. I'll check out your videos after I'm done here. The Pillar of Character. So you're more about values and that kind of stuff. Right on, bro. That's right on. That's cool, man. I'll have to 5 red flag relationships to avoid. I'll definitely have to check that out, my friend. So is this is vending a new is vending a new thing for you? Take care, Nick. Thanks, buddy. Oh, we're almost on 2 hours. I think I'm gonna lock it down on 2 hours, but we'll go to 2 hours. Ernie, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a quick email. I'm on Facebook too. If you're on just another stream of revenue I'm pursuing. Yeah, man. It is technically passive because you're not there, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. But you got to put the time in to set up. I'm looking for locations every single day because not everyone's going to say yes. So I always send out 20, 30 emails a day. Easy. 20 for sure. Every day of the week. So a lot of these places, I'll resend it after a month too, because some of them will go to the junk mail, right? So, and I'll follow up. Some of them I'll follow up if I think it'd be a good account. I'll follow up with those with a phone call. Majority of them I do follow up anyways with a phone call saying, I'm just following up with. I sent an email regarding vending machines. Oh no, we don't. Yeah. But then you get to talk to someone and you get to know why. Why don't you want machines? You had a bad time before, or we're not interested, whatever. But I always try to guilt them into it. Say, well, you know what? Especially with COVID, it's a good way to keep your staff on the location without going out and possibly contracting COVID from someone that might not know they even have it. And they bring it back to the company, and then you got to shut down, sterilize everything, clean everything. That's going to cost you time and production. It's going to cost you money because you're shut down. This is a good way to keep your staff in, because a lot of places I go to, when you walk in, they take your temperature, they ask you all these questions, and they're really serious because they don't want to shut down because of COVID. I'm going to turn this on and turn it down a bit because I can't see what I'm writing here, but it's going to allow me to see a bit better here. It's a lot brighter here though, but there we go. That's better. All right. So let's see here. We're at 2 hours, 1 minute and 13 seconds. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. Ernie, if you're on Facebook, let me know, and just pop your contacts on Facebook, and I'll friend you on Facebook. I'll check on your YouTube channel if you have any connections there. Then you won't have to do it. View the channel. You go to About. Educational, entertaining, an effort to encourage you to grow in many areas of your relationship, past, present, and future. Right on, right on, right on. I don't know if that's the same name on Facebook as well, but yeah, man, totally. Drop a link there in the chat there, and I'll friend you on Facebook. We can be Facebook friends. And hopefully you subscribe to my channel here. I appreciate it if you did. But yeah, let me just double check something here before I sign off. Oh yeah, wow. We've gained an extra 4 subscribers. Cool. Right on. Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for another week. I greatly appreciate everyone who's still in here. I know Ernie's still here. Who else is here? Darren, you still here? Yeah, it says it's got 3 people. Oh, we got 5 on here. It's got 3 over here. Who's still in the chat? I want to say thank you for coming and say goodbye because I'm going to. Okay, thank you so much for the info. I really enjoyed the information. Can't wait till I'm telling everyone I got my first location. Well, you know what? It's tough. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be honest. It's tough because people are freaked out about COVID. And just trying to get in your foot in the door and talk to someone might be difficult because a lot of the people, their staff is down. My best advice to you is if you know someone that has a company, family, friends, hit them up first, man. Because they're not going to say no. But unless you do like honor boxes, which is I wouldn't. I'm not going to do honor boxes or bulk vending because to me it takes too much to get to a certain point where I want it. I'd rather have the machine, spend the money, get the machine, and you're stocked up. Yes, if you had honor boxes, you could find a lot more people that will be more willing to take them because they're tiny little boxes, right? But is everyone going to pay? Is everyone going to do the honor system? You never know, right? But hit up your friends and family first, man. If they have businesses, hit them up and say, listen, I'm getting into this. Can I put a vending machine? If you've known them if it's a friend or family, if you know them, they're not going to say no. So you're going to get your machine in there, no problems, right? So, but anyways, guys, I want to thank everyone for hanging out for 2 hours, 4 or 5 minutes now. I hope you took something away from this. If you have, I'd greatly appreciate it if you will hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for coming. I greatly appreciate it. If you would like to subscribe, it's free. There's no charge whatsoever. And turn on that notification bell because YouTube will let you know when I go live again or upload videos. And we're just talking with a few of my suppliers about doing some giveaways. So we're talking about doing some giveaways with like card readers, coin mechs, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're just kind of talking about it and meetings, talking to the uppers, the suits and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We got some good giveaways coming up soon. Hopefully, knock on wood. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming. I greatly appreciate it. My name is CJ from the Great Wide North, York Region Vending Solutions. If you have any questions, hit me up on Gmail. Come check me out on Facebook, CJ Simmons, or send me a quick email, the link to your channel, and I will friend you there. And or just if you're watching in the reruns, comment down below and ask all the questions you want. I'll do what I can, do some research, help you out, because it's we're all trying to help each other succeed in this industry. Unless you live close to me, then I'm not going to help at all. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Competition. But no, it's all, everyone's pretty friendly in this industry. I haven't met anyone that's kind of cutthroat. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. My name is CJ from the Great White North. We will see you next Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let everyone know and have your questions ready. You can also email me if you want, but we will see you soon. Ernie, take care. Thank you so much for coming. I loved all the questions, and everyone else in the chat. Darren, thank you so much for coming. And everybody else, greatly appreciate it. I will see you next time from the Great White North. My name is CJ. As Adam from Hill Vending would always say, I'm sorry, I hope you don't trademark this, but it says, keep your snacks fresh and your drinks cold. I love it. I love it. That is Adam from Hill Vending. Check him out. He's a great guy. Anyways, guys, take care. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.